The weather is getting warmer, and people are heading to the pools, rivers, and lakes of Central Texas.
Water is a lot of fun. It's a ton of recreational fun. It is inherently dangerous.
That's why the Central Texas Water Safety Coalition held this year's April Pools Day at the Oak Hill YMCA. Kids and adults got a refresher on water safety, learned about CPR, and were fitted for life vests. Participants were also shown how to recognize a possible drowning.
Generally, a person who's drowning, you're going to see their face at the top of the water. They're trying to suck in air. Their arms are working below the surface. Their feet aren't even kicking because they're in such a state of panic, they're not even kicking their feet. So that if you ever see this, just someone's face at the top of the water, that person is drowning.
The first thing to do in that situation is to call out for help. Then make sure emergency responders get called.
You look at someone and you say, you, with the blue shirt on, I want you to dial 911. And that way, even if that person doesn't have a cell phone, I put the responsibility on them. They'll find a cell phone. Because what happens is if you just turn around to a crowd of people and say, hey, someone dial 911, maybe someone does, maybe someone doesn't. Maybe they all think someone else is going to do it.
Next is to try and throw something to the victim. Jumping into the water to save someone is generally not recommended unless you have lifeguard training. Of course, all of this can be avoided if you make safety a priority.
If you're not a good swimmer, there's nothing wrong with wearing a life jacket. If you are on a boat and the boat is moving, you should be wearing your life jacket. 90% of people who drown in boating accidents are not wearing life jackets. 90%.
Children are especially vulnerable around water.
If you take young children out into water, it takes 100% of your attention, 100% of the time, or you're not watching the kids.
April Pools Day featured this near-drowning rescue reenactment. Hopefully, these folks watching the rescue will take what they've learned to the lakes, rivers, and pools this summer. Tragedy can be avoided if you just remember a few rules.
Don't go by yourself. Don't go in bad weather. Don't go when it's dark. Wear a life jacket when you're on a boat. Be vigilant.